Hello, welcome back. I'm Statman Dave, and today we're taking a look at how Manchester United can rebuild their midfield. Remember to subscribe if you're new, smash that like button. But anyway, let's get this party started. It can't be denied that Casemiro's first season at Manchester United was a success. The former Real Madrid man transformed Ten Hag's side when he played, strengthening the centre of the pitch with his no-nonsense ball winning, whilst adding a lot to Manchester United's attack. In fact, under Erik Ten Hag, only Marcus Rashford and Bruno Fernandes have been directly involved in more goals than Casemiro for Manchester United. Despite an impressive debut campaign where the Brazilian guided United into the Champions League and FA Cup final and also lifted the Carabao Cup, Casemiro has dropped off massively in his second season and has missed more than 50% of the matches through injury or suspension. There also seems to be more and more rumours suggesting that Casemiro regrets his move to Old Trafford, with United themselves interested in cashing in on the Brazilian. Whilst you can't believe most things written in the press, Casemiro is 31 years old and his physical drop-off is concerning, so United have to start planning for life after the five-time Champions League winner. Casemiro's replacement can be the start of a new transfer policy at Manchester United. For too long, United have chased Real Madrid's famous unsuccessful Galactico policy of prioritising name, ability and reputation over what they can bring to the team. Players like Casemiro himself, Rafael Varane and Cristiano Ronaldo spring to mind in recent years, but even older, they're the likes of Paul Pogba, Juan Mata and Angel Di Maria. Great players who cost a lot more money but didn't have a real place in the system. The cost of transfers is also becoming a huge problem. The debt saddled on the club by the Glazers is finally catching up to United. And if it isn't FFP problems, it's genuinely a lack of cash that's standing in the way of player recruitment. It's also pretty clear that Manchester United aren't anywhere near the levels required to challenge for major trophies. So ignoring older players who've provided a short-term but almost immediate impact in favour of signing young players who will grow and improve over the next few years should be a priority. The focus right now should be on playing attractive attacking football, integrating youth. There's been too much of an obsession with trophies in the post-Sir Alex Ferguson landscape, to the point where people at the club seem to have forgotten that the best chance of winning trophies is to play good football. Working towards playing an attractive style of attacking football will also help the fans to buy into the project too. As a Manchester United fan, I don't have a problem of losing matches to good teams like City, Liverpool, Brighton. What I do have a problem with is not having possession and giving up. Playing an attacking style of football will probably come at a cost of some results, but it will also win you other matches. And also how you start to beat the best teams in recent years, you've got to look at how they started out. Before Guardiola won his first trophy in England, his Man City side was still playing some good football, if a little bit flawed, in a possession-based scheme. Jurgen Klopp's Liverpool were kings of heavy metal gegenpressing as they established themselves as one of the best teams around before they transitioned into a more possession-based approach side, which will suit them for long-term success. And finally, whilst Arsenal haven't won anything yet under Mikel Arteta, he's completely cleared the deadwood out of the team and integrated a group of talented youngsters and built a squad of players 25 and under, whilst playing a possession style of football that's been very attractive over the last 3 years. What's more is that there's actually a group of talented youngsters currently at Manchester United. The likes of Alejandro Garnacho, Hannibal Mejbri, Amad Diallo, Kobe Mainoo all have the ability to come in the Premier League and perform. So getting them game time should become a massive focus of the project. So if United are to replace Casemiro and rebuild their midfield, they should sign the right profile of player for the style of play. But what is that? There's been a distinct lack of managerial identity during Ten Hag's reign at Manchester United, with the Dutchman's tactics not that different from the transitional focused setup of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, but without the compact mid-block. Ten Hag has shown everywhere he's managed that he's a believer in the possession-based Cruyffian style of football, because he stamped his playing style onto the players. He needs to do the same at Manchester United. But it goes even further beyond Ten Hag. Manchester United need a director of football to oversee a general style of play, so moving forward the club can always move in the same direction. If they are to stick to the path that Ten Hag has set them on, which they should do, United will want to be a modern possession-based side that favours vertical passing, like Spurs, Bayer Leverkusen or Arsenal, over a more lateral possession-based team like Barcelona, Man City or a side coached by Louis van Gaal. So what does that mean for player profile? Well, all the midfielders should be very comfortable on the ball with strong technical skills like a good first touch, a progressive passing range and the ability to play off both feet. They'll all be playing in the Premier League, so they need to be good at escaping pressure, as well as have mobility, aggression, determination to make strong challenges. And finally, they should also be under the age of 25 with the capacity to learn and improve. The first player that Manchester United should sign is a player I've mentioned 6,000 times on this channel, Fluminese's Andre. If you want to see more content on the 22-year-old Copa Libertadores winner, check out the playlist above. Andre is a fantastic footballer and modern-day number 6. I'd liken the Brazilian to a young Xavi in passing style and Kante in aggression. His wonderful technique and football brain is on show in Fernando Diniz's relationist style of football, where Andre is often the deepest midfielder. From there, he uses crisp and accurate short passes off both feet to act as a pivot for his teammates to combine with. Meanwhile, when he's in possession himself, Andre is an excellent progressive passer who can break lines with ease thanks to his ability to disguise a pass. What's more is whilst Andre's short to medium passing is excellent, the Brazilian is also more than capable of hitting long passes too. But it doesn't stop there. Andre is a very good dribbler who can quickly escape pressure with quick passing, but he can also ghost past the challenge with his quick feet and low centre of gravity. Since the start of 2022, Andre has averaged 2.61 dribbles per game, completing 68% of them, whilst averaging 6.98 passes into the final third per 90, with a total pass completion rate of 93.4%. Defensively, Andre is a tenacious defender. He wins the ball back a lot for Fluminense, making 3.8 tackles plus interceptions per 90 with a challenge success rate of 71%. Whilst his counter-pressing is often on show for Fluminense, Andre's ability to defend in their 4-4-2 block is very good, with Andre not only screening the backline well with his positioning, but the Brazilian also has great instincts, often moving wide to help the fullback out or dropping in the back to provide extra cover at centre-back. As a deep line playmaker at number 6, Andre would provide real control at the base of Manchester United's shape, whilst his ability to play accurate, progressive passes from deep has been sorely lacking in Man United's midfield. Even better is that Andre's strong defensive ability would provide some security that Casemiro provided, tightening up Manchester United defensively. Casemiro has never been a number 6 that controls the tempo. His best years at Real Madrid saw him operate as a destroyer behind Kroos and Modric. Whilst at United, this has very much continued, with Casemiro breaking up the play and creating chances, but not controlling the game. That was always Christian Eriksen. Andre is the modern-day controller number 6 that United have been lacking, who on the ball has the ability to run the game as well as defensively being switched on to shut down the transitions. So with Andre as the new number 6, Man United still need a number 8. All of the players who currently play in that role for United are basically number 10s, with no player in the squad with the true completeness you'd expect from a number 8. For this role, Manchester United should target João Neves. The reported £103 million release clause might seem a lot of money, but Neves looks like the real deal and is just 19 years old. The Benfica man is already a very complete player. Quick and agile thanks to his short stature, Neves is also physically strong who doesn't shy away from the challenge. He's also very composed in possession with fantastic technical skills, notably his positive first touch. What's more, he's got good tackling technique as well as the anticipation to make interceptions. And to top it all off, Neves has got a good footballing brain thanks to being schooled in Benfica's elite academy. This education gives Neves a great understanding of space, both how to create it and how to exploit it. And this is what makes him stand out from most good young central midfielders to a potentially great one. In possession, he frequently drops off in between or to the side of the centre-backs to receive the ball. And when he does, he scans well to understand his surroundings. If he's under pressure, he'll calmly move the ball on with a clean pass. But if there is space, Neves will turn and set himself up to play forward with his passing range that can see him play most passes you want from a central midfielder. Offensively, Neves uses his tactical brain and understanding of space to pick up dangerous positions, often moving beyond the play so he can receive in between the lines. From there, his close control, tight dribbling skills and creativity make him a dangerous player who can split the defence open with passes. Defensively, Neves holds his position in the block well, but is also eager to make a challenge. Almost a trademark of the 19-year-olds is his stab tackles, where he nicks the ball away with clean and controlled challenges. Averaging 3.8 tackles per 90 this season, Neves wins a whopping 78% of those challenges. performances. The reason Neves stands out is the sheer number of metrics he ranks so highly in. Admittedly, this is amongst the next 14 leagues, not the European top 5 leagues, but regardless, per 90, he ranks in the top 1% of midfielders for total touches, passes completed, tackles won and blocks, the top 8% for passes into the final third, the top 10% for successful dribbles, the top 11% for progressive passes, and the top 15% for pass completion rate. The only midfielders I can remember who dominate so many metrics were Enzo Fernandez when he won the World Cup and Bruno Guimaraes before he joined Newcastle United. In recent years, United have missed out on world-class talent midfielders, going in for but ultimately missing out on the likes of Tchouaméni, Camavinga, Bellingham, Enzo Fernandez, Caicedo and Declan Rice. João Neves is the next one United shouldn't be missing out on. So with a true number 8 who can attack and defend alongside a deep line playmaker or controlling number 6, United will have the makings of a proper pivot in midfield. What's more is that the players at the club who have a future could also fit these roles. Sofiane Amrabat, whilst only on loan, is a controlling number 6 who gives everything when he plays. What's more is the Moroccan international has actually been very progressive too, ranking in the top 6% of Premier League midfielders per 90 for passes into the final third, and the top 8% for progressive passes, as well as the top 15% for tackles and interceptions. Meanwhile, Kobbie Mainoo looks like the next great talent to emerge from the United Academy. For the first team, he should be used as a number 6, but in the academy, he's also excelled in a more expansive number 8 role. Depending on the form and fitness of Andre and João Neves, Mainoo has the talent to be developed into either role, depending on what Manchester United need most. This midfield quartet are all well suited to a possession game based attacking style that we expect Ten Hag wants to instill at Manchester United. And whilst their young ages will require patience, they could set United up to becoming a dominant team once they fully develop. But anyway guys, what do you think? How would you rebuild Manchester United's midfield? Let me know in the comments below. I've been Statman Dave. Subscribe if you're new. See you later. Thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, why not check out some more content on the Statman Dave YouTube channel?